Okay, so I changed the setting and maybe it'll be lit better, I don't know. When I pull off too much tape or not the right amount of tape, I don't like wasting it, especially not big, huge amounts like this. So I just stick it here to the front so that I can use it again pretty soon. And I just organize them by color, I guess. And then the big ones that don't fit very well in there, I just keep on this little shelf up there. This is a little drawer unit that has drawers. It's plastic, so I don't like plastic drawers because when you pull them out, the whole thing comes out. But this is how I keep my die cuts. So these are my die cut collections. And oops, that one is coming off. These labels don't stick very well to plastic. But so these labels here say Amy Tan, Fifth and Frolic, and Heyday. And so those are the collections that I have in here. That's just to remind me. And I keep them in these little plastic bags so that I can see what I have. And I just find that this is the best way for me. I don't use many of these. As you can tell, I've only got 3 packages of them. But I don't use many of them, and I know what I have, and I know which color schemes are in each of these collections. So it's good for me to have these here and to not have too many of them to have to dig through to find what I need. And so that's the way I'm doing that. Tags and doilies, so that's pretty self-explanatory. These are tags that, tabs and doilies. These are tabs that I cut all at once with my Cameo, and then these are various tabs that came in different packages of stuff that I've gotten over time, including some of those die cut tabs that come with some of the Studio Calico kits. And then, hang on kitty. This one also isn't sticking. Cameo cuts. So these are all just things that I've cut. I just took one day and cut a bunch of stuff with my Cameo, and so it's all here. That was a long time ago. I have to do that again so I can get updated shapes, because I have more shapes than that now. Yeah, that's just not gonna stick. Okay. So that's that, and then I'll back up and show you what's above all that. So I keep my punches there. These are my, I guess, most used punches. I put the least used ones up there because I'm short and I can't reach that very easily. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's my circle cutter. And now here we are over at my Project Life type stuff. And of course you can use Project Life stuff for more than just Project Life. Which is, you know, a good thing. I sometimes use these cards for tags and little mini albums and stuff like that, or, you know, of course I am still doing pocketed scrapbooking, it's just I'm not doing it on a regular basis. So I still have this stuff right here. This is my Clementine. This is my Clementine collection. This is just a bunch of blanks, some cardstock from the Becky Higgins, and then some free printables that I've printed and cut up. I have some of the Snap 4x6s in here, as well as these are from the Becky Higgins Clementine collection. And then I have some stuff still left over from the Cobalt collection. And then I keep the plain grid cards in the very, very back. So, and I like them up like this because I can kind of sort, well, those are plain, so there's no point in sorting through them. But, you know, I can kind of look through and decide which ones I want. And if I pull them back like that, I can look at the back side. So I really like them like this. This is leftover Cobalt kit and kind of homemade cards and stuff. Some of them that other people made me. A couple of Smash things there. This is the Amber collection cardstock. I do have the Amber collection, but I keep it someplace else. And then this is just a post-it note thing. I keep all of my tags and envelopes and stuff like that right here. These are some Martha Stewart ones that I just leave, they were packaged like that. But mostly what I do is I arrange them loosely by size and shape. So these are kind of squarish, largish ones. And I just have a little clip that I use for them. And then these are kind of banners that are that size. I have kind of like large rectangular ones. And then I have skinny rectangular ones that are more like banners. And then these ones I think all go together or something. I can't remember why they're separate. But so I just keep them there, and I keep them kind of like so that I can see what I've got. right? And so then, like, if I know that I want a long shape because I need something on a layout that's long and skinny, I'll just kind of flip through and have a look. It's easier with two hands, of course, but I'll just kind of flip through and look, and I'll say, oh, there's the perfect one, and then I'll unlock them and pick it out. So that's that. I've got a couple of other little cardy things and envelopes and pockets and stuff in the back of there, and some of those little tags and stuff over there. So, and these are stored in, this is the box that came with the Clementine collection from Becky Higgins. So it's that kind of molded plastic, and it's the perfect size for holding up your cards like that. And then this, which Maya won't move so that I can't show you. Oops. Okay. This, and this are all Martha Stewart storage containers that you can buy at Staples. So these two are actually the same unit. They're just around the corner from each other. And in this I keep like little arrowy things and labels and post-it notes and stuff. And then in here is where I keep my Studio Calico Project Life and some other little labels that Ileana sent me in green, my favorite green color. So that was nice of her, thank you. And then where am I keeping my, oh yeah, my Project Life 4x6 cards, which I only have one left because I actually did some Project Life stuff, is right here. So that's that. I keep clips, paper clips, etc. in here. I have some of those Studio Calico shaped ones that I haven't taken out of the package yet, but they'll just go. I like just pulling this out and digging through, so that's the way I like those. These are my glitter tapes and random things that were left over that I might use. I want them spread out so that I can see them and actually use them. So if I punch like one extra heart or something, I'll just throw it in there. I keep my Martha Stewart scoreboard attached to the wall under my desk, or under this shelf. And all that I did was I just took a piece of ribbon and I hot glued it onto the back, and it seems to be holding pretty darn well. I've been storing it like this for more than a year. I don't use my scoreboard all that often, so I don't want it to take up much space. So again, I already talked about my Stampin' Up! Inks are right there. I've got a bucket of bling right there, my Smash book in the corner. Here's where I keep some more punches that don't fit on my punch racks. And a bunch of things like stamp cleaners and alcohol, and some more kind of jars for when I use paints and stuff like that. Up here is where I keep, that's just a dangly thing that my mom gave me for Christmas that I didn't want to put away, so I just dangle it there. Up there, those are all empty dishes that I use when I'm working on something and I want to spread out, like if I want to put out a bunch of brads that I might use, I'll grab one of these dishes. This one is particularly handy because it's divided. So if I've got like some buttons and some brads and some other little things that I might put on a layout, I can kind of put them out here and set them over where my workspace is and be able to have a look at what I've got. So I just like to keep a couple of little pretty things in my room that I don't want to break. Just for that sort of thing. And those dishes were given to me by Scott's grandmother. Well, they were given to me by Scott's family on behalf of Scott's grandmother. So here we are on this part of my room. Whew, boy, this is a long one. Here we are in this part of my room, and up here I have mostly display. That's a card that my dad made and a couple of letter T's, and that's another thing like those things. It's just a little wooden tray that I can spread stuff out on. That's a picture that I made when I was 4. Those are some mini albums that I made. A little vase with some fake flowers and some flowers that both of my kids made me. And then a Mother's Day present from one of my daughters, and my Bind It All, and some little ribbon scraps. This is my Epson Picture Mate charm, which I love, and I print wirelessly from my iPhone, but I'm sorry I can't help you guys figure out how to do that because my husband figured it out for me. Keep my Big Shot in that little slot there. I had to change the basket that my thickers were in because my collection was growing too fast. I'm going to show letters a little bit later in more detail. So that's where I keep all of my letters. So that's that. I keep my trimmer out there. I don't really like that trimmer, but it's the one I have, so that's that. I took my alphabet storage thing off my wall here because I don't use chipboard alphabets, so I sent them all to my daughter's school, and her teacher loved them. I keep my, let's look under here. That's right beside my workspace. My little tiny sewing machine I keep right there, and it's already plugged in and plugged into the presser, like the foot pedal thingy. And so all I do is I just pull it up on my table and go, and then I put it back when I'm done. Those drawers have my label maker and tapes. I've got 3 label makers now. And my sewing stuff, like bobbins and thread and stuff, and the manual. And then this is where I keep my Stampin' Up! Stamps, which I really only use for cards, and I don't make many cards. I'm not good at cards. I wish I was good at cards, but I'm not. So for now, I'm keeping them here. I might sell them someday, but I'd hate to give them up. More Stampin' Up! Wood stamps. And then these are tools, including this Creative Memories tool, which I love for that punch that's up there. I'll just zoom in because I don't want to move. Just a second. That punch right there. I love that shape. So, and yeah, there's just kind of like punches that I don't use all that much and stuff. I don't even know what all this stuff is, but just weird shaped tools that go in there. I keep my little cake box that I use for spraying into. I keep a box filled with paper bags, because I use paper bags for layering and also for outlining on. Those are a bunch of vintage books that I sometimes grab papers from, my garbage and recycling, and my dehumidifier that's also a heater. So there's that. Here's my back wall. So I'm not going to talk about my paper storage or what's in my Jetmax drawers, because I think I'm going to do that as a separate video, but I have lots and lots of goodies over here, including my Tassimo and some Tassimo stuff, and all my paper is in these. And then, yeah, these drawers hold mostly stickers and embellishments, and then the bottom drawers hold all of my scrap paper, and then I don't know what that stuff is. I have storage in my closet, but it's mostly Christmas storage, and there's a couple of things in there for scrapbooking as well. I hang ribbons here, but I also have ribbons in one of these drawers. So this is ribbon that didn't come on a spool, and this is spooled ribbons in one of those drawers. So if I open this up, you will get to see my little wheelie cart that has mixed media stuff, including paint. And then this Sterlite container thingy has a bunch of stuff, including like manuals and instruction forms, ephemera, extra bind it all stuff, extra stuff, and storage stuff. So that's that, and then the rest of that stuff is Christmas stuff. So over here, here's the last part of my room. Over here I have this side of my island. I keep my Big Shot out on my desk and ready to use, and then all my Big Shot stuff is in here. So I have all of my steel rule dies, the big ones right there, and then I have, here's another one of those Becky Higgins boxes. Oops, it's sticking to my glass mat. So I keep my thin wafer dies, or whatever these things are called, mostly spellbinders, but a couple of MFTs, on magnetic sheets that I made using chipboard. I did this ages ago. I just attached, I got chipboard I got magnetic sheets by Elmer that have adhesive on the back of them, and I just put them all on chipboard, and it holds my dies really nicely. So I love that. I just put them all in this tray. I also have my glass cutting mat down there, which I only ever use when I have my circle cutter out, which I don't use all that often, but it is handy to have. In these drawers here, I have kind of these kinds of dies, obviously, whatever they're called, like the thinner ones. And then I have embossing folders in that. And then these are like extra shims and cutting mats and the longer mats and stuff like that. And then this is an alphabet from Stampin' Up. It's the Timeless Alphabet Junior. in here I have adhesives. Oops. Adhesives that I don't really use all that often, actually. My Xyron big one, and then my Xyron little one, and then Mod Podge, which I don't even know why I have that, because you can't even use that around here. Our environment is too humid, it doesn't dry. That's the trimmer that, I don't know what the story is with that, but I bought this trimmer to replace that one, but I don't really care for this trimmer. So, and it's also hard to bring over to my scrap space, so I keep this here, and this is the one I use mostly for videos, and then this is the one that I use for bigger projects that I don't usually video. Embellishments, embellishments, embellishments. So, oh, gotta get up. And that, I think, is it. That is my scrap room. Yeah, that's it. I do keep my embossing, like my heat tool right down there, and it just dangles on one of the legs of the chair. And my baby wipes, and I keep a little garbage. This is just one of those garbage containers. It's a bin that pops up, like you can squish it down. And I just hang it here. I just tie a little knot, hang it here so that I have some garbage right next to me in case I often need it. So I'm gonna go back and talk about this part of my scrapbook room because I love, love, love letter stickers in a big way. And you can tell because I kind of have a lot of them. It's a little embarrassing, but then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna embrace my love of thickers and just go with it. So this is my box of thickers. It's actually I used to keep my thickers in a basket this size, and they were overflowing and really hard to get at. So I decided to go with this bigger basket. I'm going to bring it down and show you how I have them organized. I also have smaller letter stickers here. And then these are thickers packages that I'm probably ready to throw away soon. There's nothing left but Y's and Z's and Q's and those sorts of letters. You know, it's hard to get rid of them. So I'm putting them over there for now, and I'll probably throw them away pretty soon. Yeah, so I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to have to put down my camera to do that, though. All right, so here is my basket of thickers, and while I'm at it, I will just tell you that when we're talking about alphabets, I've got smaller letter stickers there. I also have letter stamps right here. So I've got some of these little ones, and I've got like a set of these monogram type of ones and a couple of acrylic sets of letter stamps too. I don't use these all that often, but they're not really taking up much space in my room, so I'm going to leave them here for now. I might be purging those eventually though. So here's what I did when I changed baskets. I also took a bunch of pieces of chipboard, and these are the chipboard pieces that just come when you buy, like 2Ps will sometimes put a piece in if you buy some paper just to keep it from bending, or sometimes it comes like on the backs of paper pads and stuff. So I just cut them in half so that they could be 6 by 12 instead of 12 by 12. And then I just arranged all of I put another set of letter stickers on the outside of this because that was kind of ugly to have that be the first thing in the basket. So I just put these letter stickers there. But these are the browns. And then these are the black, gray, silver, and gold. Although I think I ended up putting gold with yellow, actually. And even the little ones that don't quite fit as well are in there too. Right. And so I also have some flat stickers, so it's kind of like the size of them. So if they're title stickers, I'll put them in here. So they're not all thickers, but they're mostly. Then I have reds, and I just used my Stampin' Up! Tab punch to make these, and I just went over to my scrap area, which is those 9 drawers right there, and just grabbed colors that coordinated with the color I was talking about, so that I don't have to read the letters, I can just go right to the yellow tab to find my yellow stickers. So there are all of my red title letter stickers, and orange, and yellow, and green. And I'm a little colorblind between greens and blues, so some of these might be blues. I apologize. I think that's a blue, but anyways. And then blue goes from dark blue to lighter blue, back to dark. And then purple and pink are in there. And then I just put this because I didn't want them to, these are like more solid because the whole thing is made out of chipboard, so it keeps them from flopping backwards and bending. Then I put my white ones right here. I don't know if I labeled them or if I just said white. Yeah, oh yeah, I did. I labeled them with white. Right, that's just an extra set of those brown ones. So all of my white letter stickers are over here on this side. And then these are multicolored ones. And then these are kind of multicolored chipboard ones that don't fit in with the rest that I didn't want to get lost. So that's how I have my letter stickers in the basket. And then I've shown this before on a video, but every time I get a new set of thickers, I take them out of the original package and I slip them into a 6x12 clear bag that I got on eBay, and the seller is gone, so I'm sorry, I can't send you to the seller. And then I just put this like name label on the top of it with my ATG, and yeah, and that way I find it just way easier to take them in and out without having to deal with that little folded pocket at the bottom. And that other bag that they come in is just really, really tight against like it's exactly the right size, whereas this one is a little bit bigger, so it gives them a little bit of wiggle room, and they go in and out much easier that way. So I'm just gonna put this one back in the browns. So that's that. I'll be right back and talk about my other letter stickers. So this is the basket that I keep my smaller letter stickers on. So these would be for subtitles and for Project Life type stuff. In the front here, I have some packages of letters that Ileana sent me. She die cut these herself from craft foam, and they're very similar to the font that I love from Sassafras, which isn't being made anymore. That's this one actually. And so it's nice to have a little assortment of other ones to choose from. And then, oops, this goes with those. I just have my other sets of small letter stickers in here. I've got a lot of these because I bought them on clearance when Sassafras was, well, I bought them from Crafty Steels, but it was, you know, they don't make them anymore, so they were selling them off. And, you know, just a whole bunch of, you know, this sized letter stickers, and then lots of these. I really like these Cosmo Cricket ones, so I bought a bunch of them. I bought more because I was running out, and then I got these from somebody, and then a bunch of Prima ones, and then I have a whole bunch of October Afternoon Mini Market stickers. This is not one of them. This is a Basic Gray Mini Micro Mono, or whatever they're called. Some of these Jenny Bolin ones, but a lot of and some of the Jilly Bean Soup ones, and then lots of the Mini Market ones as well. So what I've done to keep these tall ones and some of those Lily Bee design ones, which I just cut in half so that they're the same size and they fit in the basket with the other things. Oops, I'm getting some text from my sister. So yeah, to hold all of these up, I have a piece of solid chipboard in here. And between the chipboard and the weight of the stickers themselves, they all kind of hold in place. These are some older things that I don't use all that much, but they fit in the basket fine, so I'm not going to throw them away yet. So that's how I keep my letter stickers, and then that's where I keep my letter stamps that I don't use all that often. And then over here in this little basket, or in this little pot here, I keep my letter stickers that I do use. Or not letter stickers, my letter stamps that I do use are all right here. So I've got, you know, those Ditto ones and some of those Studio Calico ones and the Stepping Stone one, and then these, which I think are Inka Dinka Do. But anyways, so I've got those right there. And then I'll show you the last place that I keep letter stickers is some of the big 12x12 letter stickers that I can't cut up in an even nice way, I just keep here. So there's a few more right there. So that is how I store my alphabets and letter stickers.